Good Samaritan Project. Good Samaritan Project is one of the oldest aid service organizations in the metropolitan area. And what we do is we have case management and resources for people that are living with HIV and AIDS. So we're a service for people that are positive. We also have a prevention team, which we have two offices. We have one in Kansas City, Missouri, and then we have one in Kansas City, Kansas. Our Kansas office houses what is called our prevention team. Lonnie and I are from the prevention team. And what the prevention team does is we go out into the community and we talk about sexually transmitted infections and we talk about HIV. And with that word, prevention. So what we do is try to educate people on the prevention. The Missouri office houses our care team, which is our case management team and all our administrative team. So they're the ones that have the clients that are positive, that they have resources for them. We also do testing. We do, and all of our services that we do are free. So when we go out into the community and we do the education, it's free. When we offer testing, it's free. We offer gonorrhea and chlamydia testing, which is a non-invasive testing over in Missouri, which you pee in a cup, as we say, a little urine in a cup. We put it in a tube and we send it to the lab. And they look for gonorrhea or chlamydia. Sometimes they go hand in hand. And that's one of our sexually transmitted infections. Is pretty high amongst young people. Because everybody kind of groups around and sleeps around with one another. So you pass it from one person to the next. Okay? All right, and then we have HIV testing. HIV testing, we have two tests for HIV. We have a rapid test, and then we have the OraSure test. The OraSure test is a mouth swab. It looks like a little Q-tip on the end. I don't know if you've seen the way they did DNA tests before, where they swabbed the inside of the mouth. So what we're looking for are antibodies, not saliva. It's the antibodies in the secretion of the mouth. So it takes about 2 weeks for it to come back, and that's what we tell people. It sometimes gets, back before 2 weeks, but we give that 2-week window just in case the lab is backed up. But it's a non-invasive test too. And so it takes about 3 minutes for the process of that test, but we also have a counseling piece with that. And while we're doing the counseling piece, we're talking about risk factors. So when our clients come in, we look at the risk factor, and we do what is called RESPECT. That's CDC approved DAEP intervention. So that model we do RESPECT with. And that's to get the client to be able not to tell the client what they need to do, but to talk to the client about their risk factors. And while they're talking about their risk factors, maybe they can see where they can make a change with that risk factor. So if a client comes in and they've had 5 partners in 3 weeks, okay? So we look at 5 partners in 3 weeks, and they're having unprotected sex with all 5 of these partners within 3 weeks. Does that pose to be a problem, maybe? Yeah, it could be. It could be. Because first of all, that's one of your risk factors. What's the risk factor? Where is the risk? What are they doing? Unprotected, yes. Unprotected oral, anal, or vaginal sex. Okay, so that's part of the risk. And sometimes people don't realize what their risk factors are until you talk back to them about that. So when a person is telling you, well, I've had 5 partners in 3 weeks, that ain't no big deal to them. But when they hear it, they'll be like, okay, I have had 5 partners in 3 weeks. And it's all been unprotected? Wow. Have I put myself at risk? A man will know within 3 to 5 days whether he has gonorrhea or chlamydia, because he'll have that burning sensation upon urination. A woman, because the way our anatomy is made, everything is inward, we may not know for quite a while. So while we're having these other partners, what are we doing if we have gonorrhea and chlamydia? Woo! We're just spreading some of the love, ain't we? Literally, yeah, that's what's happening. So when you go back and you think about a risk factor, and you think about those 5 partners in those 3 weeks, and you're a female, now the male counterpart may have the gonorrhea and chlamydia, and he's gone down to the health department and got it fixed, then where does that leave the female to her next partner? What's going to happen? She's going to give him the gonorrhea and chlamydia, so on and so forth. Now, women, we always rely on our male counterparts to tell us whether or not they have a little bit of itchy, scratchy, burning sensation. But sometimes they don't tell us. Sometimes they don't tell us. So what should we do?
Protect yourself.
Get tested.
Protect yourself.
That's it. As I say, keep it clean and dry. Okay? Keep it clean and keep it dry. So with all of us, we all need to know our status. Okay? So when we talk about HIV and going and get tested, everyone should want to know their status if they're sexually active. If they've ever been sexually active in their life and had unprotected sex, you need to have an HIV test. Now, you know, I'm not dirty, I'm not gay, I'm not a gay white man, I'm not a prostitute. We've heard all of it. And looking around the room, all of you are young people. Okay, y'all much younger than I am. Okay, I remember sex when, as we call it, was free and happy. Free and happy sex, we could just do it and get up. Worst thing we can have is a little bit of gonorrhea and chlamydia, go get that fixed Monday morning, and we on the way. But that's not how it is anymore. You liable to wake up with something you can't get rid of for the rest of your life. And you young people, all you all know about is HIV, because you came into the world hearing about HIV. Us old folks had to adjust to that. We did. But you all know, coming into the world, protect yourself. Condom use. There are people my age never used a condom. Don't even know how a condom looks. Right? Yeah. On the real side. On the real side. Before I